Alright, today we're doing spin the wheel. I already know how this shit goes. We're just gonna spin the wheel of an artist, whatever artist we get. We're gonna design, alright? Yesterday we did Polo G and one of 1700. Oh, okay. Canny, okay, Canny. Alright, so if you guys don't know who Canny is, he's a really fire artist. Yeah, go ahead, check him out. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead do this shit. He just dropped a project called #blue or #blue. He dropped it a few weeks ago, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and design that shit. Alright, so do I have a specific kind of idea I want to go ahead with, like the cover and shit like that? So I guess we're just gonna freestyle it, see what happens. So I did upscale the images right here. Let me show you guys. Have them all here. So yeah, we're gonna pick out these. So probably, you know what, we might do a mixed media type of shit. Kind of getting that vibe from these images. We'll see. I really like this one though. This is a really tough one. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the background, and we're gonna actually go ahead and convert that to a smart object. We're gonna scale them up a little bit. Have them like right here. Boom. All right. So it's looking off this way, and then we could have him like crouched here. So like him crouching here, we'll flip horizontal and we can have him right here in this corner. I think that's a sick little composition. Alright, so something like that, and then we can have something in the background. Maybe this image. We could actually keep the whole image, to be honest. We could flip it maybe, even though like the text and all is flipped, we can just have it like that. That's pretty sick. Alright, so what I want to do is kind of like make everything a bit more black and white so we can, you know, just work with it. So I'm just going to go into camera raw filter here. I'm just going to get rid of like the oranges and all that. Alright, so we're going to go down here to this color mixer with saturation. We'll just bring the orange down. Even this is a really sick look actually, I can't lie. And then what we could do is go into hue and then kind of like change the hue of it. Even change the hue even more. We'll just keep the oranges there. But we could change like all this mid-tone here. Could put that to blue like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some shit like that actually tough. And we'll just we'll hold alt. So if you guys are trying to copy and paste without, you know, redoing the sentence all over again, all you have to do is hold alt and press or click on it and then just drag it up onto the next layer, and boom, you know, just copy and paste it over. And then we'll do the same over here as well. See how it looks. All right, that looks fire. Right, so I'm gonna just grab a black and white. I'm gonna bring it down. Boom. We'll do a gradient map with the overlay. Bring it down. Now the colors on these are kind of crazy. Like I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, but yeah, we're gonna do some mixed media shit, so we might do like a cutout here. So we'll just grab the lasso tool. So we're gonna right click up here, polygonal lasso tool. That's one I fuck with because you can actually click around and get like a nice cutout kind of look. And what I like to do for like a lot of mixed media shit is I like to make like a cutout, like a rough, it's like he's being cut out of a paper or a page, right? So just want to make these like sharp edges, I guess, like you're cutting out of a magazine or some shit. That makes sense. Hopefully that shit makes sense. All right, hopefully you guys get what I'm talking about. But yeah, you just want to make a rough. Boom. All right, and we'll make it blue. Maybe we could make it white, but I just want to see what blue looks like. That's pretty fire. And then we'll do the same behind this layer here. So we'll just make a new layer, do the same shit. Boom, 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 boom. So we have this really sick look. Now you could mess around with the blend modes on these and get like really sick looks. So I might even put it to this because I like this kind of like distortion here. I kind of fuck with that. We could even bring the fill down and get maybe even more distortion. Nah, never mind. But yeah, this distortion is really hard. It looks sick over here as well. Yeah, sir, it is, sir. That distortion is tough. But yeah, I feel like he's too bright. That's kind of like my main issue here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab exposure. We're gonna clip it. So hold alt, go in between the layers. We're gonna clip it and bring the exposure down, just so we can barely see him. And then we'll press alt backspace. And then we'll just grab a white brush. We'll just kind of just paint it in. We're gonna go ahead, bring the opacity on this down on your brush. Just go ahead and paint in. This shit look ass. So boom, you just want to go and darken some areas. What the fuck? Just want to darken areas and then kind of bring it back out. Like bring some areas back out. Like over here, just darken his face and bring his eye out. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Just a little method, and then you can see the before and after. It's kind of clean. Obviously we have adjustments and all to add, so we'll add them in the end. Yeah, we'll do the same shit over here too. Grab an exposure, bring it down, boom, like that. Then we'll hold backspace. We could even like duplicate his shit over here, like the cutout thing, the border. We could try and get like a nice look here, so we could keep the dark color, and then we could just erase some parts. You could do the same over here. Just erase some parts. Bring the opacity back up. And I'm gonna make this background layer black and white just because I feel like it'll be cleaner. But yeah, you might even make these black and white too. See how that shit looks. And one thing I didn't do is actually put the texture and all up, so we're gonna do that right now. Just put the texture on these, just go in and edit them, put the texture up, dehaze, all that shit, just so we get a sharper look. I'm actually remove this, delete, and we'll drag it up, and then we can black and white them. I kind of fuck with it like this, so I kind of fuck with this. I kind of fuck with it. We're gonna make the background black, so we're just gonna boom. We'll lower the opacity on this. Kind of keep it there, but like kind of just, you know, bring it down a little bit. All right. Next thing. Whoa. What should I add, bro? What should I add? I kind of do want to have like different subjects scattered around, so we're just gonna remove the background of this one. We'll probably just leave it in the background. Like, kind of have an idea for this one. So we could put like blue blood on his face. That makes sense. So we're just gonna grab. We're just gonna grab a blood splatter brush. If you guys want to, you know, go ahead and find the brushes. I have a link down below to Brush Easy. It's a free website. I'm not sponsored or anything, so you guys can actually click the link. I'm not getting paid from it. But yeah, nah, the brushes on here are crazy. Like, these are really sick brushes you guys can go ahead and use for absolutely free. And yeah, now we're just gonna scatter shit like this on his face, and then we'll put the blend mode to multiply. We can bring the opacity down or the fill. We can get this really sick look, and we can go back in with a blood splatter eraser. I'll actually do it with this, so we can just erase some parts here, bring them back in, some shit like that. Really tough. I'm gonna put him black and white, we'll do that in the end. But yeah, we'll probably put him like just in front of everything else, just so it's kind of like a main subject. We could even keep the couch in or whatever this is. Kind of mess with it. What is this shit? I don't even know what the hell that is, but we'll keep it in. And we could grab, well, I'm gonna merge this shit together, and we're gonna grab his eyes right here. Oh, we can put it up here. We can do the same over here. Boom, grab his eyes, and we can get it. I'll be fucking with this little effect of like duplicating the eyes and shit like that. Like, I don't know, I just like doing that shit. think it's really sick. And we could just get a singular eye right here. The Illuminati. Alright, boom. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and use some mixed media textures. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and check out my mixed media pack, feel free to check it out in the link below. I have a whole mixed media pack full of like 100 textures. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and grab some paper rips. I'm about to update this shit soon. I just have to like figure out what I'm gonna add into it, right? But yeah, we're gonna grab some paper rips and we're just gonna put it around our subjects. So I'm just gonna hide like everything real quick and just focus on him. So you could do above him or you could do like below him. We're just gonna put it right here. And what I like to do is just kind of like duplicate them, move them around like this. Bam. Alright. And then we can just do like rough cuts here and we'll clean it up afterwards. But basically what I'm looking out for when I'm doing this is like the outline here, so we can remove we can erase this part so it looks like he's actually being ripped out. So like right here I want to change it, like I want to have it like that, so like we could remove this part and it looks like it's being ripped out. So yeah, if you guys are wondering like how I look at that shit, like that's like my idea behind it. Then we could do some shit like that. Really just whatever looks like fire to you, just do that shit. We could add some right here on his arm. You could actually go ahead and right click, go to warp, and you can warp this shit too if you guys want to do that. I'm not going to do that, but that is something you guys can do. You can use distort as well. All that shit, bro. All that shit works with this shit. But I want these 2 points to kind of collide like that. Bring them in a bit. And then we can have it like that. And you can do more on his arms, like inside his arms, like kind of cut his arms out, but we're just gonna leave it at that. And we will select the top layer. So you just want to have the top layer selected, like the top paper rip, and then you want to go down to the first paper rip, hit Control G, and then we're gonna do a layer mask here. We're gonna grab a soft brush, make it hard, and you can just erase like all the bits you don't want. So we'll just go like this, kind of just make it a bit like realistic. So you just want to like kind of follow the flow of it, I guess. So just cut it in like this, just match the flow of it. Then just remove the rest, like all the excess shit, get rid of that. Now you can do like individually like erase them, that's what I used to do, but like this just like more efficient. It's the same exact thing, except you kind of just have to like force it a little bit. Like, you gotta like make up for it. This exact same shit. Alright, boom. And then over here we can just like erase some parts like that. Alright, boom. Now once you have that, you can go into, you know, your subject here, and you can go ahead and make another layer mask. And then what we're gonna do is basically just erase this part here, just like this. And then you just want to erase the outline. So you see how I'm doing like the outskirts here and not like inside of it? That's like the effect you want to go for. So you just want to just go on the outside of it. You can get this really cool effect here. And right here is kind of cooked, so we're just gonna like erase that, like end it right there, and then we'll bring it back in. And what we could do is like make it look like it's being ripped anyways. Bring it back in like that. Boom. all this. Boom, now we're gonna do his arm. So we're gonna get rid of everything here. Alright, boom. Oh, we missed a little spot here. We'll just go back in, get that shit. Boom. Alright, boom. Now we could do over here. I'm not really trying to do over here, I'm not gonna lie. We can add some more textures and shit like that. So I might just add like this MP3 player. We can change the color to blue. Let me just change that color real quick. With the colorize, we'll put that shit to blue. Saturation up. Put that shit to lighter color. We could actually keep like this. That's like normally played. Boom. Now playing. That shit hard. I'm gonna actually just keep them black and white. I'm not gonna lie. Not even gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna just keep them black and white. I think that shit is way cleaner. Okay. So. So what I'm gonna do is basically just kind of like spam upload these textures. So like this one I really like. I'll make this like black and white. Put this on him over here. Just bring this down. And we'll make that shit. We'll colorize it, make it blue. So matches. We can get like a fire look. So some shit like this. Pretty hard. We can just erase some parts. Or could scale up. Put like right there. And we could put this on the whole cover art though. That would be crazy tough. Just try and find like something that's hard. Yeah, something like that tough. I mess with that. We could bring the fill down a little bit. And boom. What else could we do? I'm gonna work on some adjustments real quick just to kind of like bring it out a little bit. So we're gonna grab curves, run this contrast. Vibrance we might bring down. Now we already have black and white. Exposure, I like to, you know, bring the offset up like a little tiny bit. And then bring gamma correction up. Just kind of fade it out a little bit. We'll bring this up too. In saturation, let's have a look. Now you see, look, this shit tough. But we're gonna keep it blue. Color balance. Could bring it under everything else. Kind of like do a little thing here. Nah, I don't really like that. I'm gonna get a solid color. We're just gonna do like a noise grain texture here. Even though it's already kind of like grainy. But just get like the official like grain in this bitch. Just get that clean look. Now we can grab a halftone effect. I don't really like how low quality this shit looks. So we might just blur it real quick. Just a little bit. A little blur, just make it clean. Just like that. We could even bring the fill back up. have it like that. Just have a really dynamic look and fire. Paper grain texture. This is a normal paper type of texture. We can have right there. Bring it up everything. Now also I forgot we have shit that we hid. So I'm gonna bring the fill down on this. I'll bring these two up. And we're gonna unhide everything. Right? Is it too much? Probably. These are probably a bit too much, not gonna lie. I kinda like this composition though. This is a really sick comp. And we could just add some text, like some simple like the type of vibes I'm getting is just like simple like Arial type of font. So we'll just grab an Arial bold. We could bring the spacing down to like -50. We'll just do canny. Lower caps. Do some shit like that. Maybe even bring the spacing in a little bit more just to make it clean as fuck. We can have it right here. We could do over here. Hashtag blue. Just kind of find somewhere to put it. We could put it under here, to be honest. Just have it like that. Just some clean shit. And we could just have like some hierarchy here, so just make this smaller. Put that right here. That's some clean shit, boy. That's some clean ass text. So boom, canny blue. Now I might bring this into my ultimate adjustment pack just to see. I know I have hella blue type of adjustments in there, so I'm gonna just drag it in. Alright, so that shit look tough as fuck. Ooh, this one. This shit tough. We just change that to purple or blue. Change that shit to blue. We could do like a dark blue on that shit. We got a couple contenders in this shit. This really brings out the mixed media in it though. Like I really fuck with that. And then this this kind of brings, I don't know, it makes it more fuller. And then we have these. This kind of just like the base of it. I kind of wanted something to bring it out a little bit. So these looky tough. Yeah, I like this one more. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and hit Control-Alt-Shift-E, and that will, you know, just merge everything together, and we can convert to a smart object. We'll go into camera raw filter. What we can do, actually, I don't even have the texture on this, do I? Nah, let me get that shit back. Alright, so we can go ahead and hit, you know, Control-Alt-Shift, convert. Camera raw filter. We can go ahead and mess around with like the texture. Boom. Mess around with the vibrance a little bit. Mess around with the exposure. Make it a little bit darker. Contrast. Highlights. Shadows. Bring that shit down. Whites up, blacks. Kind of like make it a little bit faded. We could go to color mixer. This is the fun part. Like I really like messing around with this shit. Just change the blue there. Then here, we can mess around with it even more. Give it like a purple look if you want. Hey, that shit though. Yeah, I just want to keep it blue just for the name. You feel me? But yeah, that's tough. And then we can go ahead and add a lens correction, and basically we're gonna do a whole chromatic aberration, just like the easiest way to do it. So we can just fix red cyan, so we can just drag this all the way over here, we could drag these out a little bit. And we're gonna get this sick look. Now you can mess around with these. You know, just experiment and see which type of look you want to go for. So something like that. Just something nice and clean. Like, you know it's there, but it's not like too crazy, you know. Yeah, so something like this. Tough. Alright. And boom. Now we're gonna add the parental advisory, and then, you know, we'll leave it at that. Not really too much to add. We're even gonna twist it just to give it that look. Boom. Alright. So yeah, that's the whole kind of idea that I wanted to go for here. You know, I think it came out pretty sick. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys do leave a like, subscribe, join the Discord, all that shit. Yeah.